Hey, I'm Dave Koz. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited to tell you that I have a brand new album coming out on October 9th. It's a special one for me. It's called A New Day. And this album represents a lot of milestones for me. First of all, it's been 10 years since my last album of original material. It's my 20th album overall. And believe it or not, this album will come out 30 years and one day after my first album, my debut album, came out in 1990. 30 years. Can't believe it. Still here. Still here because of people like yourself. So thank you very much for all the support for the last 30 years. It's been like a magic carpet ride. But this album, A New Day, represents a first for me. It also is the most unique album I've ever recorded because it was conceived and recorded completely under the umbrella of COVID-19. When the pandemic hit in March, I knew instinctively what I needed to do because I look to music in my own life as a source of comfort. Music has that uncanny ability to just make us feel good, especially in times like this, these difficult times that we're in right now. So I kind of knew immediately what I needed to do, but recording an album in a pandemic, not the easiest thing to do. So this album was recorded completely virtually, and the whole purpose behind the album is to provide a sense of relief, a sense of comfort, almost like a musical hug, because I think that's what we need now more than anything, is just a hug. So this album represents that musical hug, and hopefully it'll bring some source of comfort, some sense of joy to your life as you wade through these very difficult times. So here we are at week one of a brand new campaign in support of A New Day. We call this The Colors of A New Day. And as you can see, the first week color is red. I'm fully decked out in red here. And the whole idea behind this campaign is something special for you, the fans. We wanted to give you a little bird's eye, a little sampling of the music before the album came out. So for 6 consecutive Fridays, starting today, I'm going to be here with you in a different color, telling a story about a different song from the album. And at the end of this 6-week promotion, we will have the colors of a rainbow. And I think that's a nice metaphor for the pandemic, for where we are right now in this pandemic, because I feel that there is a rainbow at the end of all this for us. Now, we're not there yet. We've got a long way to go. But I kind of intuitively feel that we have better days ahead of us. And to get us there, it might be a long road, and that's why we can use music to smooth the way on our journey. So as I mentioned, today is red. For the next 6 weeks, we're going to be playing songs for the new album. The first track that I want to play for you right now, our first release, is called Summertime in New York City, which features the incredible vocals of Brian McKnight. Now, I remember writing this song in New York City with my 2 collaborators for years, Evan Rogers and Carl Sturken. We wrote it. I remember the day. It was March 14th. The world was imploding around us in New York. It was the day that Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson announced that they had the virus. The NBA closed their season. Broadway closed. So it's like outside, the world was closing down. And inside, instead of going from a place of fear, my co-writers and I kind of transported ourselves into the future, way into the future, post-pandemic. And we went from a place of joy, imagining what it would feel like after all of this was done. And so we enlisted the feel-good energy of some of our musical heroes like Bill Withers and Earth, Wind, and Fire, and we put together a song that really celebrates the resilience, the incredible determination of New Yorkers, and actually all of us. New York was hardest hit in the early days of the pandemic, and we all saw the heroism that New Yorkers showed the rest of the world. But I think all of us, in our own way, are heroes for the way that we've dealt with this pandemic. Most of us have never done anything even remotely like this or lived through a time like this. So this song is very feel-good. I'm excited to tell you that Brian McKnight sang his you-know-what off on it. We got Ralph Johnson, who is a member of Earth, Wind, and Fire and a very dear friend of mine. He heard about this. He said, let me play on it. So we got his energy and Earth, Wind, and Fire's energy on it. And it is a feel-good song. Hopefully this song will make you feel good. And I want to say a big thank you to Talaya and everybody at SiriusXM Watercolors, because just yesterday they did the broadcast debut of Summertime in New York. And every Thursday, right before our Fridays, they will play all 6 songs for the next 6 weeks. So a big thank you to Talaya and everybody at Watercolors. And there's a great video for this song as well, which will get its national debut over the weekend on Entertainment Tonight. It was filmed in New York City the last week of July. It's done on Super 8 film, very gritty, very real, very authentic, and I'm excited to share that with you as well. But enough talk. I'm in red, and there's a red backdrop, and red is our first color, and Summertime in New York City is our first song, Colors of a New Day. Let's play the song. You ready? Brian McKnight. Say it.
Summertime in New York City. People chilling in the bar. People dancing in the dark. Making love under the stars. Summertime in New York City.
Say it with me.
Summertime in New York City. People chilling in the bar. People dancing in the dark. People. Summertime in New York City. People chilling in the bar. People dancing in the dark. Summertime in New York City. Summertime in New York City.
Well, that is the first song from A New Day. I hope you enjoyed it. Big thank you to Brian McKnight for absolutely killing it on that song. I just love that guy, and I love the way he sings. Now, I'll be back here next Friday with you, hopefully. Another song from the album, number 2, with a different color. Every week, a different song and a different color. Next week's color is orange. And if you want to play at home along with me, I would love it. If you dress up in orange next week or next Friday when we do this again, send me a picture of yourself or post it on social media with the hashtag Colors of a New Day so I can find it easily. Again, that hashtag Colors of a New Day. Show me your orange. I want to see you. It's a little school spirit for the end of summer 2020. And I'm very excited to tell you that we're going to actually have a virtual release party for the album on October 9th. It's going to be really excited. Tickets are limited. You can find out all the information about our release party, our virtual release party on October 9th by visiting my website, davekaz.com. I look forward to seeing you back here next Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun this next 6 weeks together. Dressing up in colors, listening to some good music, and hopefully providing a little comfort, relief, and inspiration to you along this journey. Most importantly, take good care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you right back here next week for another Color of a New Day.